We should get out of here, don't you think?
The sooner we're gone, the better. Welcome back, Hinnick.
If it wasn't for you, I'd still be getting worked over by those bastards in Sigismund's camp. You saved my arse, fellas. Although, I have a second hole in it now because of you. Ouch!
There was an accident. I couldn't hit you that well, even if I wanted to.
That would be a shame. We'd be hard-pressed to find another horseman like him.
Spare me the flattery. It's enough you thought I was worth saving. Warms the cockles of my heart.
Don't thank me until you know what we're up to.
Ha ha! I knew there was a reason you rescued me. What's your plan?
We need to find John of Liechtenstein and finally rescue Lord Capon.
Who the fuck are they?
You'll learn that soon enough. But we have more important things to attend to. First things first, Henry. How are we doing, Devil? Do you have some kind of hideout? What about your people?
Hideout? Our old camp was a shithole.
Don't insult our home from home.
Shush! We can stay here.
Here? For all to see?
This here hole is far from town, and has such a bad reputation that decent people are afraid to come here. As long as you're paying, old Treadlight will serve you wholeheartedly. This place has everything we need, and people who come here can be recruited for some dirty work.
And there are no fleas in the beds.
Furthermore, it's called the Devil's Den, and I like that.
All right, have it your way. Henry, go to the innkeeper and arrange our stay here. But back to the point, Devil. What about your people?
My people? Kubienka isn't enough for you.
No, he isn't.
That's too bad. Or they fucked off somewhere. They didn't send any messages to my jail cell.
We'll have to do something about that. But first you should go and see Catherine. See if she's settled in and if she's all right. She said she'd try to find work at the Hangman's Halter Tavern.
Excellent. Next time it'll be even better.
You're not coming with me?
Does that bother you? Well, you're not afraid of her, are you?
Someone might recognize me. And if they saw us together...
All right. What will you be doing?
I don't know about these two, but I'll be having a rest. I'm not going to sit on a horse for a while anyway.
But we don't have time for that. We need more people. The three of us could just about make an infamous cabbage-stealing band. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Forget it. It hurts like you shot off one of my arse cheeks. I can barely stand.
At least tell me what happened to your infamous Devil's Pack. Where can we find them?
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Where are they, Kubienka? Why didn't you lot free me from jail?
You gather a band of criminals and then you are surprised they cannot be trusted?
So, nobody's left?
Some might return now that the devil is back.
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
Or will you find them? They could be anywhere.
We'll have to search for them. Will you help us, Henry?
Oh, wonderful. Will you at least tell me where to start?
I'd love to. But I don't even know who survived that fuck-up.
Not many of us are left. Janos and Adder were the first to run. I reckon they are gorging themselves somewhere. If they have any coin.
What about Bohuta and his brother? They've always been reliable.
Slavik died, Bohuta took it badly. He's not coming back.
Fuck. Henry may be able to convince him.
I doubt it, but he can try.
Do we have anyone else?
Well, there's Matthew and Ronyek, but who knows where they ended up.
And that's all.
We could also try those rebellious farmers who are fighting against Sigismund around here.
I don't want any dirty peasants. I want my old pack.
In that case, there is no one else left.
Where did I put it?
And where should we look for them? I don't even know where to start.
I think I could help you with some of them. Come and see me when you want to get started.
Why the hell did they pour the beer on the table? Why is this all sticky? It's filthy again. Damn it.
I'll visit the town first. If Catherine's waiting for me there, I'll have to hurry. The sooner we find Liechtenstein, the sooner we can free Capon.
What is it with this bird? What kind of stupid name is that anyway?
I'll tell you everything before Henry returns. Henry, you should hurry up and come right back here once you're done. Do you understand?
Why do they call you the Dry Devil, anyway?
Why do they call you fuckhead?
But they don't call...
All right, I was only joking. I don't even know how I got the nickname. Suppose it could have something to do with all the killing and my natural beauty. It's certainly catchier than His Grace Sir Hynek the First of Kunstadt and Yashpitz. That name wouldn't scare a fucking coward. But say Dry Devil, and everybody just shits themselves.
How do you know Kubyanka?
He saved my arse back at Neuhaus. We only made it out thanks to him. I thought we were fucked. But then, Kubyanka appeared, dragging a ladder, asking how much we would pay for it.
What did he get for it?
The first thing he got was a good fucking beating, because we thought he'd been dead for 2 days. But after we escaped, we made sure he didn't have to pay for drinks for a long time.
How long have you known Zizka?
It's been a while. He served with me during the Moravian-Margrave Wars.
So you were his commander, sir?
That's water under the bridge now. I'm just an old wanted robber baron whose neck you and Zizka just saved. I don't give a shit about the sirs anymore, you see?
Ah, all right then. What can you tell me about Zizka?
Well, based on what you two have been through, I'd say you should know him pretty well by now. When everything is fucked, people around you are dying and you're fighting for your very life. Only then can you really learn what a person is like.
How are your injuries healing?
Well, I didn't really need a second arsehole, so hopefully it was the last one I ever get. I can't really sit, stand, or lie down. Not to mention ride a horse.
It was just terrible luck that we hit you.
Yeah, I was feeling bitter for a while. But then I thought, you could have ripped my head or my leg off. So I still got off easy. And between us, I think it's still better to die of a shot to the arse than of old age or some disease.
You said you were going to tell me more about the Devil's former band.
Didn't you say you wanted to find this Liechtenstein fella first?
What if I bumped into one of them by chance on my way to Kuttenberg?
Right. I suppose it's possible. Anyway, only a few fellas out of the whole glorious pack survived the shitstorm, and it's not certain they are still alive. As far as I know, Matthew, Bahuta, Raniak, Janos, and Eder survive. I only know where to find Bahuta. And maybe Matthew. But who knows?
Tell me about Bahuta first. Who is he, anyway?
Well, Bahuta, he was always in trouble. Angry as a dog and covered in bruises. He and his brother could drink all the beer in the inn. Just the two of them. Then they would make a terrible ruckus.
It sounds like you three would get along well. But you said his brother was dead.
Yes, he died right before Bahuta. His eyes, not pretty. Bahuta has been acting weird ever since. He dropped everything overnight and turned to prayer. As if he was scared of being next in line.
Did you ever see him again after they caught the devil?
Yeah. But there was no reasoning with him.
Do you think it'll be different now?
Look, I don't know. Maybe when he hears the devil's back, he will come to his senses. But I doubt it.
Where can I find Bahuta?
At the rectory in Grunt. He helps out with the church.
I'll go over there and try to talk him into it. There's no harm in trying.
But be careful. Bahuta was never far from giving someone a beating. Maybe he's still got that in him. It was Slavik who kept him from ending up on the gallows because of a fight. Oh, but he's already with the Lord.
Now tell me something about this Matthew fella. Someone with a name like that surely can't be all bad.
The name may be pretty, but he's as ugly as sin. You better not stare at him too much. It is not good for your stomach. He's also a damn willy bastard. People say he likes to rob on trade routes, telling his victims he's collecting tax for the king.
If he's so crooked, why did you take him into your band in the first place?
Nasty characters are more suited to our line of work. It is much harder to convince good people to do bad things.
What about me? Am I not a good person?
Well, that's true. I hope you're not a spy who will rat us all out to Sigismund.
And where do I find him?
I hear there's someone robbing merchants on the roads near Miskovitz. That would be fitting for him. Maybe the bailiff can tell you more. It's practically happening in his yard.
What about the rest of the band? You mentioned more than one person.
Of course. That leaves Janos, Ada and Roniek. I don't know where they are, but I can tell you about them.
Who is this Adder? What kind of nickname is that, anyway?
Oh, that's easy. He's called Ada because he can't keep his snake in his breeches. He's Polish. He does not speak our tongue, so only Janos can speak to him, really. But otherwise, he's a fucking hilarious. And when shit gets tough, he can really... handle it.
Do you know where he could be?
I have no idea. But if you find Janos, Ada will be nearby. The two of them are practically inseparable.
How am I supposed to communicate with Ada? I don't speak a word of Polish.
Yes, you do. We all say kurwa. You must use your hands and feet for the rest. I always manage, and so will you.
Tell me more about this Raniek.
Raniek has a great aim. Slightly better than me, even. Oh, and that bow of his, I tell ya, is a masterpiece. That is how you will know it is him.
How did he get that bow?
How do you think? He won it playing dice. But that was the first and last time he ever won anything. If anyone is really unlucky, it is him. But he would not stop if you were to cut off his hands.
Did you ever see him again after the devil was captured?
Oh, just once. He wanted me to lend him money. He did not have any to bet with. But I was skinned and looking for a way to get the devil out of jail. Either way, I told him to fuck off, and he listened to me.
Do you have any idea how I could find him?
Oh, I don't know anything about him. Try asking around at inns where they play dice. It is possible he lost his hose in one of them.
Tell me about this Janos.
Janos? He's from Hungary. He speaks like a Tatar, but at least you can understand him a little, unlike Ada.
And how did he get here? Did he defect from Sigismund?
Not at all. He did something back home, had the gallows waiting for him, so he fled to Moravia. He was having the time of his life until recently. Wine, women, and song. But now he has problems because people take him for a human. But if you knew how he can cook, give him a dead rat and half a carrot, and he will cook you a 3-course dinner.
How can I recognize this Janos?
Like I said, he looks a bit like a human. He speaks almost like we do, but in a queer way. Where you talk to him, you will definitely notice it.
I'm already liking this Janos. I think we'll get along well.
Janos? Why?
I just love life like he does. No one knows when the Lord will call him. So why waste time?
As you say, you never know what day will be your last. And that is especially true among us.
Thanks.
They may sound like a bunch of morons as I tell it, but they will be damn useful to us. Good luck!
What was it I wanted?
What will you do now?
We'll give it some thought and see. Hopefully we'll know better when you come back from Liechtenstein.
Who is this Kubyanka, anyway? How long have you known each other?
We were defending a castle and hiding in the woods together. But he was always closer with the devil.
Can he be trusted?
Aye. When he's sober, that is. When he gets drunk, it's better to keep an eye on him. He's known to provoke until fists start flying. Did you see what happened when we first arrived?
You mean how they wanted to cut his throat for cheating at dice?
Aye. It's best not to play with him. You'd be better off tossing your coins straight into a pile of shit.
What should I know about the devil?
Just look at him and you'll know everything. His face reveals it all.
I heard he's a nobleman, but he doesn't look like it.
He's the captain of Znojmo, but it's true that he doesn't care much for noble manners. He has a foul mouth, and he's anything but chivalrous in a fight.
What draws you to him, then?
We're both different. That's our strength. I'm in charge when everything goes according to plan. When things go to shit, he takes over. It often turns bloody, but sometimes victory is more important than honor.
Aren't you worried about Catherine?
Do you think I should be?
I don't know. A lone woman in a big city needs to be careful in any case. But when you're stalking Liechtenstein, that can be really dangerous.
No one forced Catherine. She knows what she's doing, and she can take care of herself. Remember how she dealt with the guards at Trotsky? She's braver and more dangerous than half my old band.
Aye, but what if someone tries to...
Catherine sharpens her dagger every day. It's always razor sharp. Whoever tries will regret it sorely.
What do you need, sir?
I'll have a look at your wares.
What can you do? Maybe next time then, sir.
Will you be spending the night?
Seems that way. Do you have a room for us? At least for a few days.
But of course. We have 2 free rooms just upstairs. I'll have them cleaned up.
Don't even bother cleaning them, innkeeper.
Treadlight. The name's Treadlight.
What's new around here, innkeeper?
There's talk that young Bruttons form a fight club in Horsham. Maybe they'll let you into their circle. I heard there's a haunting in an old cut. There was a great tragedy one time and the ground collapsed. And a pit. And then Smolka, she's the one who runs the bathhouse. She said a fella came in, all restless, that he wanted to take her somewhere else. And Smolka wouldn't have it. But when he offered to pay, you know how it is.
Was he a fucking pig?
If only that.
So what did he do?
The girl came running in all beaten up. Smolka couldn't get her to talk about what happened. But it wasn't pretty. I went to see her. The girl was all blue.
Who was this fella?
The way Smolka described him to me. He must have... I've seen a few of those around.
Have you any idea where I could find...
Rumour has it he's been sleeping in a shepherd's abandoned dugout.
I'll take care of him.
I'm glad to hear it. And don't spare him. When you're done with him, go to see Smolka at the bathhouse. And that's about it.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper.
That's a load of shit.
What now? I'll be right there.
Quick! Gah! Go! Oh, boy.
Greetings to you.
My, what a beautiful horse.
Christ.
I reckon the harvest will be good this year.
I'd like to think so.
Go! Go! Go!
quick!
Greetings.
Are you blind?
Whoa,
You
whoa.
almost ran into me. Help a poor cripple.
We're on. Listen to the wind. 5 steps forward and 4 back.
Spare a few coins.
Hale.
You've got legs, haven't you? Go and see her then.
You know what she's like. Since the two of you had that quarrel, she turned her back on the whole family.
I tried to make peace
myself I
with
wouldn't
her,
leave
but
it till
she
the last
slammed
moment,
the door in
you
my
see. So,
face.
have you got
I'm
any
not going to
ideas?
humiliate her
Well,
the second time.
if I did,
What is
I
it you
wouldn't
want
leave
from
it to
her
the last
anyway?
moment this year.
Did you get it sorted out?
Take care. Best of luck
Hopefully.
to you. God
But
bless.
it cost me all
Best
the
of luck
money
to
my
you.
pa left me. I even had to sell the ring from my mother-in-law.
God bless. How's it going? Good day.
God bless.
The finest ones.
We'll need horse.
You silly doggy. Careful.
God be with you, my friend. Good day to you.
I can't listen to this nonsense.
The finest wares. Quality good.
Try with no fresh water. The people there call themselves the Glemites. They have neither head nor neck. Their face is in the middle of their belly. I'm sorry. Come closer. Don't be shy.
Fine-tempered nails.
Tools! Iron tools! Tools that won't make you a fool! What are you doing here?
Fucking shavings.
Tools. Iron tools. Tools here.
How can I help you, sir?
Come.
I challenge any man to measure his sword against mine.
Who are you?
Ich bin Menhard, ein Meister des Langschwerts aus Frankfurt. You will not find ein besser Meister for miles around, I tell you. And with whom do I have die Ehre? Who are you?
Henry. I'm pleased to meet you.
Heinrich. Sehr schön. A famous German König once also bore that name. He contributed to the founding of the Heiliges Römisches Reich. A wise diplomat and brave warrior. Since you carry such a name, I offer you a duel. You can prove you too possess the courage and soul of a warrior. And do not bring shame to your famous name. When you show me how you handle a sword, I can tell you what to improve.
Do you normally challenge people to duels on the street?
No, normalerweise nicht. But things in... I came from Frankfurt to teach the art des Fechtens on the invitation of... But here in Kuttenberg, I have been treated with disrespect. That is why I must defend my claim in another way. I am looking for brave men to take them honors to death.
I'd like to challenge you to a duel.
Wunderbar. But the Schwerter will be blunt, yeah? We do not want to lose our... Aber kein Harnisch. No armor, only clothing.
Sure. Just training swords.
Good. Take off the steel and armor.
Do. You
I
are a
am
brave
here for...
fechter.
Anyone who wants to learn the...
All right, Menhard.
We agreed on einen Take off zuerst das...
All right, Menhard.
Gut, Hein. How about eine
Wette?
Wie sagt man das? For some Groschen, ja?
Naturally. We're not going to work up a sweat for nothing.
Good. Good. We have spoken enough. So, Heinrich, are you ready?
Du verdammter Mistkerl!
Go around. Anything you need.
That's enough! You know full well you've no right to conduct the art of sword fighting here. That's the privilege of our brotherhood.
Halt die Klappe. I am Meister of Longsword. You well know this right we have from the charter of your King Wenzel himself.
Meister Menhard, let me remind you that your petition was discussed by the town council, and your claim was rejected.
That decision was not just, and it went against the will of your king.
It's no use arguing, Deutscher. The council represents the king, and the council has decided in his name. Nicholas of Prague here is also a master longswordsman, and we don't need another. Any more than we need your foreign poses.
Right then. So I will face your Nikolaus, or any other man. We shall see then who is der wahre Meister, and who is just full of hot air.
Well, I'm ready when you are, Master Menhard.
No, I forbid any dueling here.
Master Nicholas, do not allow yourself to be provoked by this German cock-baiting. No doubt where they come from, they would rather hack each other in the streets than respect law and order. But here, we have more sense and dignity. If anyone is to clash swords here, it will only be when our brotherhood convenes a tournament, not when some Hundsfott feels like it.
Fick dich, du Metzgerschwein. Enough of this, all of you! The council has decided this matter, and I won't waste any more time with your squabbling. You've infringed on our regulations, and it's not the first time. You'll pay a fine.
Scheiße. That is ungerecht. Not just.
And you will be banished from the town, so that nothing like this happens again.
Councillor, Menhard and Arn are friends of our good King Wenceslas. That's why they have his charter, isn't it? You don't want to treat someone of that stature like a common criminal or troublemaker. Show them the courtesy they deserve.
Fuck courtesy. To the pillory with them.
Trampling their honor and dignity underfoot is the same as trampling on the honor and dignity of our king.
Easy, Master Butcher. Kindly leave this matter to me. So, Master...
Henry.
Henry here is right in some respects. You have a charter from King Wenceslas, which, in truth, I cannot simply ignore. You will not be banished from the town, but I warn you, should this be repeated again, it will not be overlooked.
Ich verstehe, Ratsherr. Yes.
Good. I'm pleased to hear it. Nevertheless, you have actually been conducting the art of sword fighting illicitly. You shall therefore pay a fine, to which the Kuttenberg Sword Fighting Brotherhood will be entitled for the infringement of their right. which also applies to your eloquent spokesman, Henry.
Counselor, that would be all well and good if things were as you say. That's not actually how it is. Because Meister Menhard here was not conducting any sword fighting art.
Horseshit! What else would you be meeting up here with swords for, eh?
If he had actually been conducting the art of sword fighting, but Master Menhard here was only defending his honor in a duel because I wronged him.
Yeah, that is true.
Every man has the right to defend his honor. But tell me, how exactly did you offend Master Menhard so inexcusably that it came to swords?
I seduced his lovely daughter. I'm not going to tell you everything I did to her, though.
Du Tier! Ich werde deinen Schwanz abhacken!
Well, it seems Henry's tongue isn't the only organ he likes to exercise.
Yeah, that's what Ulrika said, too. In between moaning.
Halt die Klappe! I will cut off your Schwanz and shove it down your throat!
I understand, Menhard. You're in the right. Do what you want with Henry, but not here. Take him off somewhere into the woods, and afterwards make your peace with God.
Verstanden. Komm, Heinrich! We are lodging in the Schenke Kaiser Karl, not far from here on Merchantstrasse. We will discuss our business there.
Ha! You can do nothing to us.
You could kiss my ass.
Count yourself lucky you had your pal here.
We'd have dragged you out of town with our teeth. Dummheit! You would lose your teeth blitzschnell and end up on your arse.
Stop this shit, all of you! I'm sure you all have better things.
Hey, Arn.
Heinrich, it is better when you...
You're the one I'm interested in, though.
Yeah.
There you are, then.
I don't want to say much. I was vorher working. Danach hat Menhard...
What is it you did?
Stoffe. They make...
Aha. I understand. I'd like Menhard to...
Gott sei mit dir, mein Herr.
We've got enough to go around. Anything you need.
Nicht jetzt, Heinrich. Later, ja? Follow us to the Kaiser Karl Tavern here in Kottenberg. It is not far from here. We can talk in peace there. Und danke for standing up for uns.
Finest wares, quality goods. Quality goods.
Excuse me?
The finest wares. Fish! Come and get your fish here.
Courage. Hail Mary.
Look here, Menhard.
Halt die Klappe! You will put your schmutzigen Hände on my little Ulrika? I will put you on a spike, du Tier!
Very droll, Menhard.
I do not find it drollig. Keineswegs.
I only said it so they'd get off our backs, you know.
Ich weiß. But you should have thought of something anderes. Zum Teufel, you made me a big shame. I will have to fix this for my good name.
Sorry. I just said the first thing that came into my mind.
Ja, ja, aber do not do it again. Klar?
Klar.
Gut. Auf jeden Fall, thank you for standing up for us and dealing with Fridush. It is good we do not have to leave the town or pay any geld to those fools. That would be a... Auf jeden Fall, it is not over yet with those Kuttenberger Fechter. We must... It is not possible that a Meister such as...
Richtig. Es muss gerechtigt...
Listen, Menhard. Tell me what it's all about. You have some charter from King Wenceslas.
Ja, genau.
Actually, I'd be interested in knowing everything.
Of course. Hör mal. Your King Wenzel sent me the charter and invited me here to Kuttenberg to set up a Bruderschaft der Fechter. I should serve here for 3 Jahre and teach Fechter. Then I would choose a new Meister from among them who would take my place when I went back to Frankfurt.
How come you came all this way for that? Wouldn't you be better off in Frankfurt?
Ja, aber King Wenzel promised much geld. But the most important is my honor and my duty to teach good Fechten. The Frankfurt Meisters of Langschwert travel thus and start sword fighting schools in towns of Deutschland und anderen Ländern. And one cannot refuse an invitation from the Tschechischen König. King Wenzel promised it would all be settled by the Kuttenberg Stadtrat. But before we got here, alles war anders. Ein neuer Stadtrat. Wenzel held captive and König Sigismund here with a big army. What is more, there was here already a Bruderschaft der Fechter. And Meister Nikolaus aus Prague came at the invitation of the Metzger Emmeram and other bürger. Sigismund named a new Stadtrat, and they accepted Nikolaus and rejected our Charter. That is why I muss mich duellieren with Nikolaus and the anderen, to defend my guten Ruf and mein Recht. Aber they have refused, made cowardly excuses, and want to get rid of uns.
But our right remains. The Charta vom König Wenzel spricht klar.
Ja, we cannot just walk away and allow this öffentliche shame to continue.
Menhard, ich habe dis Idee. Aber Problem ist, we need a third man. Aber jetzt Schicksalsmeis upon us. And Heinrich ist hier.
Verstanden.
Heinrich will greifen us an der Arme. Ein einfacher kleiner Einbruch and...
What's he saying?
We need your help, Heinrich. You will have to do a little...
All right. I have a feeling you're in the right. And besides, you can count on me.
Wunderbar.
Also zugestimmt? You will not be sorry. I will teach you men. Arne?
Also, es ist einfach. You must into der Fechthalle.
Es ist so. You must break into their sword fighting hall. You can recognize the sword sicher. Then you must hang it on the Rathaus. For alle. But no one must see you. Vielleicht it is best.
I'm starting to... If I take their guild sword right from their house and show it to everyone, that's the point, isn't it?
Nein, not at all. Meine Idee...
Genau. Hanging the sword means a challenge. So it will look like they made this challenge. Because everyone knows... Then we will come and accept this challenge. They will have to...
Ah, I get it. Where do I find that?
Natürlich hier in Kuttenberg. near the new gate. There, on the corner, is the Badehaus of Herr Adam. Die
How you guys
Fechthalle,
doing?
the sword fighting hall, is behind it, opposite the small Burg on the Burgenstraße. Hradek Quarter. Du wirst sie leicht finden. They have a shield hanging.
All right, I'll steal their...
Wunderbar. The main thing is, they must not see you. And if...
Yeah, murder.
Good. Agreed.
Welcome.
What's new in town?
These days, there's mainly been talk about scuffles. I don't know what it's about, but if you're interested, go and see. And there's a woman doing up some old building in the Hoplink. Maybe try asking Gelstock. He's offering a little job. And not just mine. And that's about it.
That doesn't sound bad. I need a place to sleep.
It would be an honor. And for how?
I need to stay long.
All right.
Let's talk about the...
Agreed, then. The room... You're going to like it here, sir. The room's... Farewell, sir.
I'm sorry.
Where can I find...
On the second floor, right across from the stairs. Farewell, sir.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Excuse me?
I'm telling you, it was just one mass.
You don't...
care about us at all. Why did you marry that old battle-axe anyway? We could have been together in this life too.
Whoa! Whoa! Easy. Easy. Nice and slow.
Whoa! Trying to kill me?
Don't you see me walking here?
Are you blind?
Slowly. Nice and slow. Whoa!
You nearly ran into me. Ow! Are you trying to run me over? Ow! Kurwa!
What's the hold up? Am I supposed to open my mouth
Just
and
watch
wait
where
for
you're
it to
going
rain?
next time.
Hey,
Welcome, sir. What can I do for you?
Good evening. What do you...
What do you have for sale?
Nothing to your liking? It happens. Just watch where you're going next time. God be with you.
Well, well. Look who the muses dragged in. Greetings, George.
Hmm? Oh, it's you. The distinguished Enrico.
Is something wrong? You look a bit sad.
No, no. Everything's fine.
How did you and Michael get here? You're quite a long way from Zhelyov.
Some peasant bringing flour here took us. He wanted an awful lot of coin at first, but as soon as Michael and I started singing, he took us for free. He said he'd do anything to get us to stop squawking, the bloody bastard.
So, what are you going to do now?
I wish I knew, friend. Michael thinks we'll find some wealthy burgher who will employ us to write verses for him. But the locals are too tight-fisted for that.
Well, and how are you doing? Is Kuttenberg like you imagined it?
Not at all, friend. It's much worse. We thought the river ran with ale, and the streets were paved in silver so shiny you could look up the skirts of women walking in front of you. But no, we're sleeping in an armourer's shed, like animals. And they won't serve us in the tavern unless we help out. We thought the beauty of the world, the grace of the muse, and the celebration of love awaited us here. Bullshit. Nothing but work, thirst, and women who won't let us touch them.
Well, I have to be going. But it was good to see you. Best of luck to you.
It was good seeing you. It was good to see you, my friend.
Well, well. Greetings, poet.
Henry, is that you? My friend, welcome to Kuttenberg.
And how are you doing here? You don't look all that great.
La Parenza Inganna, my friend. Looks can be deceiving. We are certainly in Lady Luck's favor. True, we may be sleeping on a pile of hay, and they only let us stay in the tavern if we clean up there. But they promised us they'd let us play for the guests' amusement. It hasn't quite worked out yet, but our luck, as soon as we start playing, I'm certain some rich burgher will notice us and make us...
How did you and George get here?
By wagon, of course. How else? The driver wanted coin in exchange. But as soon as we pulled out the loot you got for us, catchy, engaging, life and love affirming, simply...
So that's your plan for now?
What do you mean, support? A bit of food is a small reward for the nourished...
Well, I'll be off then.
You too, my graceful and gallant friend. And don't worry, one day when we'll be playing for the king, you won't have to dig through shit your whole life. Take care, sir.
What would you like?
What do you have for sale?
Happy to be of service, sir.
Christ! Pardon me.
Good day.
Careful.
You shagged Menhar's daughter, did you? I'm surprised to see you. Or did he chop your...
That's all a matter between me and Menhard.
Suit yourself. But I'd say you know more about sticking things.
Tell me about your sword-fighting brotherhood.
It's really wonderful. I never thought I could become a sword fighter. But Master Nicholas Emeran did a great job thinking it all up and organizing it.
Farewell, sir.
It happens. Just which way you're going next time.
I'm sorry.
You know how it is.
beer?
I apologize. Henry, I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about this city and its sinful people. And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to beat off with a stick. Simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
You'll have to tell me more about the sinning part. That sounds interesting.
You youngsters are all the same. But work before pleasure. After we find Liechtenstein and free Capon, we'll see.
I look forward to it. But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. Goatskin, they call him. They asked him where he got the coin, and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
All right. That sounds promising.
Of course, it doesn't have to be Liechtenstein, but there can't be that many rich men who pay spies. And we have to start somewhere.
That's true. And you've spoken to this goatskin fella?
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it. That grubby alehouse is a bit too wild, even for me.
That's saying something. Well, trying to get sense out of drunken wretches is quite a skill of mine. Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals call it the Hole in the Wall.
Sounds like a nice place for a romantic evening, eh?
You'll find it in Hotbrink. There's no other alehouse in that quarter.
So, goatskin in the hole in the wall.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for this Liechtenstein fella.
He might know where they're holding Capon.
I'm sure lots of people might know that.
But Liechtenstein's on our side. At least I hope he still is. You never know these days.
But who is he? And why is he in Kuttenberg?
He's a young noble from Jobst's council. His family have domains in Moravia and Lower Austria. He's here to gather information about the enemy for Jobst. And judging by how important it was for Istvan to find out where he is, he's a real thorn in their side. And we're out to get him.
So we're getting involved in noble men's schemes again. That means trouble.
I'll do my best not to get us mixed up in all that.
Sure you will. But it can't be helped. There's a war on, and we have to fight. Watch out for yourself, Henry. I have a bad feeling about that district.
You're not the only one.
So what's it gonna be?
Excuse me.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Excuse me.
What's the hold-up, innkeeper?
Isn't it a bit early for that?
Where did you get
It's
that
ages
new
till
lens?
St. Wenceslas Day, and they don't collect. ties before bed.
You're right. Good people. How about these poor wrecks?
Here, Mutt. Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
Careful.
Hurt you, so help me God. Are you dead? I'm not giving you a thing.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin.
I don't know you. If you're after something, go and see Chenyik. And stay out of the way.
Could you tell me more about this Chenyik?
In case you haven't caught on yet, he's not likely to tell you much. He's got this place under his thumb. That's all.
Right.
Stop beating him!
We'll finish this quickly.
What are you doing?
Why did you do that?
I hope he doesn't hurt anyone else.
Don't hit him!
Hey, stop fighting!
I'll hack your arsehole!
My God, what's wrong?
Stop beating him!
Pray, you bastard!
What's that noise?
Excuse me.
Why did you do that?
Just a moment.
Bad.
Give a fuck for me.
I've got my eye on you.
Wake up, you! Come on!
Fuck this shit.
I apologize.
Shouldn't be walking around here without a light.
Hey, where's that beer?
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Nah.
I heard he comes here.
Aye?
So does he come here?
Keep your nose out. It might. If you want to snoop around here, go and see Chenyik. I won't.
Where can I find?
In the alehouse.
What does that mean?
I reckon you'll figure.
I'll be off then.
Huh?
God, what for? I apologize.
Good harvest!
Greetings. What do you...
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
You'd be surprised the people I know.
So you know where I can find him?
Look here, youngster. Whether I know him or not, the main thing is I don't know...
I might be a stranger, yeah. But everyone had to come here for the first time once, didn't they?
Well, that's true enough. This alehouse hasn't stood here since the creation of the world. Although some of the guests look like they have. If you need something, ask Chenyek, and he might even tell you something about that bastard.
You're talking as if he's not here anymore.
Kurva. Just go and see Chenyek. I don't know.
There. It looks better already.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you, and you don't look like you fit in here.
Who are you? And your people?
Well, I'm Chenyek.
All right. But why all that horse shit about whether I'd fit in with you or not?
Look at it like this. This is a place for a certain sort of people what have their own rules. Although folk usually think we don't play by no rules.
Ah, I reckon I see now.
Grand.
I simply have to find him. And I couldn't care less whether I do it the easy way or the hard way. So don't fuck with me, or I'll have you. Along with the whole of this lousy pigsty.
You know what? If you think you're tough, go and see Goliath. He's always on the lookout for... And if you get through that alive...
You don't know me, and you don't want to tell me anything. I get that. I'm sure there are things I can help.
Of course there is. But we're mainly looking... Ever since this town got a new lord, we've...
I don't have any problem with violence.
Most times a fella tells me that. And anyways, if you want to join us and get some jobs, go across the yard to the barn. You'll find Goliath there, and he'll... And if you get through that alive...
I'll be on my way.
All right.
Hungry? We have an excellent. What's the hold up,
Listen.
You again? I told you...
I? But he said you're supposed to try me out.
You. Don't see. If it's what, Chenyek, first take that kit off. Take off all your armor. Best strip off on top. Or at least to your shirt.
Well?
You again? First take that kit, take off all...
Well?
You again? First take off all...
Well?
You again? First take off all your armor.
Well?
You again? Come on now. Prepare to fight. Fucking hell! I'm all yours. Bandits! Quick! What the? Please!
It doesn't hurt anyone else.
You're not up to it! I knew it.
Frost, my head.
Excuse me.
Can we talk about Christ on us? I'll be on my way.
All right.
You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit. Come on then. Show your stuff. Right there. I'll kill you. Come on, then. I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! You're boring me. Try a little. Fuck you! Fuck you! Christ! That stinks! What do you think you're doing? Watch it, man!
What the? They robbed me.
I'll get you. And that's what I call an opener. Bad luck. Like ya. Fuck you! Come on then! Like ya! Prepare to fight. Take that! that, you shit! Fuck you! Come on then! It won't get me! Oh, yeah.
Hey, stop fighting!
Bandage! Quick! I hope that's enough.
You surprise me. Not many fellas can stand up to Goliath.
You know how it is. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. It's all in the technique, innit, mate?
You ain't wrong. If you want to give it another go, have a word with Mole. We have this contest, if you get my drift.
What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here?
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No. But there were some Jews among them, and that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't usually get mixed up in nothing.
Why did they give him such a beating? Did they say anything?
Well, Goatskin is a right knob end. Always asking for it, he is. But I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying for some lord.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's nest, and he won't be sticking it out again for a while. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks. So I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him.
They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat as a nipper. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
Why didn't you defend Goatskin? Isn't he one of you?
He is and he ain't. I'm no saint, but that Goatskin stepped in some nasty shit and then walked it in our door and all. I ain't saying we don't look out for each other, but there's limits, innit?
I'm sure you know the town better than me. What drinking dens are there on Goatskin's Patch?
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the Black Horse, a miner's tavern. Wayman the taverner used to be a miner, and then there's the Big Bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke called Adam. He tarted the place up big.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the brightest, but he's got a real talent for saving his own skin. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
If you've got some job for me, you can tell me straight up. So what kind of work do you have for me?
A job worthy of your skills. But first, just a little test to see that you're not as dim-witted as that arsehole Goatskin. What is Wycliffe's first thesis?
When our Lord Jesus Christ commanded us to repent, he wanted the believer's whole life to be one of repentance.
Well done, brother! Second question. Which estate has the greatest... reformatory potential?
The commoners.
Correct! The Reformation must start from the bottom and ignite like a flame in the hearts of all, so that in the end the Holy Church itself will be set ablaze with purifying fire.
I knew right away that the people who meet here in the hole are a different bunch.
You thought we were just paupers who couldn't count to 5, didn't you? But now let's see who's the pauper. Last question. Who is the rightful king of Bohemia?
Wenceslas. There's no doubt about it.
Indeed. All right. Now let's talk about the job. Maybe this will disappoint you a little, but it concerns Wenceslas's brother. It's he who will secure your place in our humble company.
And then I'll get cheaper beer, and you'll let me borrow your loaded dice?
Ha! You missed these people here by half a century. We call ourselves the Guild. We profess the ideals of equality and brotherhood. Our only law is the Holy Bible. Worldly justice is as fickle as a common whore, yielding to those who are in power.
Justice from me or the gallows. Aren't you afraid to end up there?
Friend, one must be willing to suffer for the truth. Sigismund is a usurper. And the church and the magistrates are but a lowly horse spreading her legs for Sigismund. As long as we go against Sigismund and honour the scripture, our souls remain pure.
What if I go and tell the bailiff you're calling him a whore? Just out of courtesy, you know?
Go ahead. Perhaps you are one of the lucky ones who are not harmed by Sigismund's presence in Bohemia. Maybe you don't mind selling a piece of your conscience, but... ratting us out. As for me, I will go to the town hall with my head held high. But you?
Yeah, don't worry. I was just teasing you. I think the same of Sigismund. Tell me about your operation here.
We are who we are, and we do what we do. Like the early Church of Jesus' apostle. I'm in charge. I plan all our missions. Goliath is the muscle. Knuckles, well, he mostly... But we're all equal. We share the profits equally, but we don't do it. We want to drive Sigismund out of this town.
How can I join you?
You want to join us already? I don't have to talk you into it. That's great. We're not particular about formalities. Let's just have a beer, and then you're one of us.
Here's to the Guild.
To the Guild! That reminds me. I'd like to throw a feast for the poor. The bigger the better.
Didn't you say you were just ordinary people with no money?
We are. And this is where Sigismund comes in. Because he's going to pay for the feast out of his own pocket.
That was a good one. How are you going to make that happen?
Me? No. You'll make it all happen. Listen carefully. Sigismund seized land down in the valley near Pach and built his personal warehouse on it, right under our noses as a provocation. There he stores fancy foods and gifts for his commanders, and for that red-bearded gob of his. Sausages, smoked meats, foreign spices, and more. Fancy delicacies from Italy, Hungary, Slavonia, and all the other shitholes where he owns land. While we're eating porridge and cabbage all the time. You will steal all the food you can carry from that warehouse. And as a nice token, you will leave there... Let's see... What would you leave there?
That cabbage you said you were eating all the time?
Brilliant! Get at least one head from the greengrocer and leave it there for Sigismund. Let him eat for once what we have in our bowls almost every day. But I'm warning you right now, no violence. Don't even think about slitting anyone's throat in that warehouse. The job isn't to punish some poor sod on guard duty. Is that clear?
Got it. What should I do with the stolen food?
You'll give it to the beggars. Let them feast like kings for once. It's not hard to find poor people in the town. Just go to the gates or churches, and you'll surely come across some. There are also tents full of them in Minor Street, Church Street or Cobbler Street. When you're done, come and see me, and we'll figure out what to do next.
Sigismund will be fucking livid he can't enjoy his fine sausages. Can I expect any help from you?
If you need some tools, stop by Knuckles. That's all I can help you with.
All right.
Good luck. Have a nice evening.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
Tell me about yourself. How did you end up here?
I used to be a guard in the City Watch. But then Sigismund came, and I was running my mouth. So they kicked me out, and I started stealing because I had no choice. But I wasn't very good at it. So I ended up, in the pillory. Shenyek and Goliath were strolling around, and we started talking about what I did to end up like that.
Let me guess. They gave you a job?
Yes! And they taught me how to steal properly.
I'm Henry. Chenyek took me into your group.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Hrudosh, but they call me Hog. Rat and I are the main workforce around here.
What does that mean?
We do what Chenyek and Goliath say.
What do you think of the Guild?
The Guild's the best thing that ever happened to this town. It brings, hope for a change. For us and all the poor people.
What, crime paves the way to a better society?
Well, robbing a thief ain't no sin. When Sigismund's gone, everyone will be better off. Take care for now.
Welcome. What?
Is it normal for a skeleton to sit at the table in this tavern?
Of course. When he orders a beer, he gets a rag to go with it. It's a long story.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm doing what I've always done. I'm stealing. But now, I'm doing it for a higher purpose. Because I only steal from the enemies of the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Have you ever thought about finding more honest work?
And let others rob me blind on my earnings? Thanks, friend. I think I'll stick with stealing.
I'll have a look at your ware. I'm Henry, a new member.
I'm Rat. That's what they call me. My nimble fingers can deal with any lock. Me and Hog, we're the main workforce in the guild. Hog is my best friend.
What do you think of the guild?
If you want to talk, go to Chenyek. He's the chatty one. All I can tell you is that ever since the guild began, even thievery makes more sense. Suddenly, I don't feel so guilty. And a part of every haul goes to the poor, so everyone is happy.
Isn't that just an excuse?
Not at all, friend. You can see the results with your own eyes. Most of the city is on our side.
How can I help?
Is it true you hold fights here?
No bloody way. What we do here has nothing to do with fighting. Teeth fly in all directions. Bones crack. Blood flows. It's a bloodbath.
That sounds like something for me.
As you wish. But if Damian, Zavish or Goliath slice you into...
You can't scare me.
Have it your way. I won't...
Here.
Well, let's... A fight with Damian is first up for you. If he doesn't get you by force, he will... Zavish is up second. When he's sober...
And can't you get those drinks into him yourself?
I could, but Zavish has quite a tab here already. So he won't get even a... But I won't let him fight if he's sober. Do with that what... The last one is Goliath, our champion.
Maybe I'll be the first.
I know Goliath, and I know what he's capable of. If you value your life, well, and that's that. We hold the fights in the building next door. The lads will all... And one more thing. No giving up. You fight...
Wonderful. Where did the skeleton come from?
Ah, another newcomer who I'm happy to tell you because it's a... Have you got the time?
I sure do. Tell me.
Well, listen carefully. 10 years ago, back when the tavern belonged to another fella, miners used to gather here and play dice for money. Miners are not very rich, and they often lost what little they had to live on. Their wives were understandably pissed off, so they came up with a plan. They clubbed together to buy a skeleton of a hanged man from the executioner, and they hid it in the cupboard where the miners kept their dice, thinking they would take it as a sign from God. But when the drunken men opened the cupboard and saw the skeleton, they were amused. They sat it down next to them, gave her a drink, and even threw the dice when it was the skeleton's turn.
The wife's plan didn't work out so well.
The miners don't come here anymore, but Hugo, as he came to be called, stayed. The miners don't come here anymore, but Hugo, as he came to be called, stayed. I'm telling you, he'll be still sitting here long after our bones are in the ground. Good story, right?
Sure. It was all right. What's new in this?
Oh, there was this bloke here in Fancy. He said he was looking for a blacksmith who'll take on any... I think he said he lived in the inn. And if you've got the stomach for it, you could... He said he was looking for a blacksmith. But what decent
And where can I find him?
His house is beyond the town. And that's about...
Doesn't sound bad. I need a place...
It would be an... And for...
I'd like to stay...
I'll give you my best room.
Let's talk about the price.
Hmm.
Do you accept?
Look, agreed then. The rooms... Anyone can sleep like a king here.
Oh, I can't eat any more. Maybe later.